He's trying to go coast to coast, and then he dishes down to Duncan.
It's very possible. Any way you want me to do it. You see him with the soft touch from the outside. And for somebody 6'8", that amazes me. He's in the rebounding aspect of the game, finishing strong. In the baseline drive for a little flush. You gotta love this kid.
And here's the nice play. Duncan with a screw.
3-1 zone. Check this out. It's been effective. That is the best basket.
Teams have traditionally been led by seniors, and this year was certainly no exception.
16, and that's why I think Xavier is a team that could. It's a beautiful pass down to Josh Duncan. Can make a
Josh Duncan. He made big plays, learned to be more aggressive, closer to the basket, became a true leader.
After all, this week's AP poll ranks the Muskies the 9th best team in the country, the highest such
Dribble. Josh Duncan, he of the unusual skill set, 6'9", 235, an inside guy. He's a threat to shoot the deep three.
coming off the bench. This is a one-time starter. You can see him down low on the post. He's right-handed, but he can use his left hand to be able to score. He puts the ball on the floor. Good separation, penetration inside the lane. Looked like he was going to hand off to Stanley Burrell, but he holds on to the ball for a nice bench.
Gordon. Been up top to Duncan. Underneath to Dolman. Tough shot.
Shots. They're taking control of the tempo, and they have the big lead.
Put together this 8-point lead.
Well, you look at the move right there by Johnson. This is a nice job right here. Just of patience against that zone, getting into that sweet spot. A little unorthodox shot there.
But being able to score in different ways. This is a power forward stepping out from three-point range and knocking down a couple of his shots. And then Drew Lavender, a point guard.
Long run in Xavier's basketball history. The 2007 provided great leadership when it was needed most. Nearly defeated a Tennessee team that later rose to a #1 national ranking.
You learn more about your team.
Power on the block, and nobody comes from the top. You've got to have your guards down there scraping and helping your big guy out. A little kiss rewarded. And you see out top, nobody sees. You've got to go down there just to put a hand in, shadow him, break him.
You go to the offensive end, you got to reward the big fella. Able to step out, knock down the three-point shot. Certainly, he can stretch you 40 and 50% in conference play. Dangerous threat out there on the floor.
Sean, this game already early.
A little smooch for the Mountaineer, and then the counter, the experience, the height, taking advantage.
B.J. Raymond on the next play, knocking it or passing it over to Duncan for the easy put down. But that's because you got looking for his big man again, and Duncan taking it to the rack. Now I really believe that Josh Duncan is just starting to hit his groove. He was calling for that basketball, Tom. No, save. Duncan, jumper. Finally.
Anderson. Duncan thought about it. Now a pull-up. Finally gets a field goal.
Love has nothing to do but pass it out every day.
Duncan one-on-one against Childress. That's high school teammate against high school.
TU that Sean Miller said we got one-on-one, Duncan and Nivens. Somebody's going to get their third foul, and it happened to be Nivens.
And Abaz just got kind of...
He's just a really good athlete. Duncan inside on Hillsman.
The first quarter here in Washington. Dennis Felton on the sideline, extremely animated.
Lavender
Tonight against Virginia, then flies out to Auburn on Saturday for some.
with the lead in the basketball. Lavender back over his shoulder to Duncan. Tough shot. Goes in two more.
Look, Burrell didn't have the shot. He finds a shooter. That's Duncan.
Clock. And a good look deep. Josh Duncan for...
Man, I would just give him. I would send him to the low block.
I'd throw him a skip pass for 3.
Down low, Duncan, one bounce, double teams, and muscles up to Derek Brown. Duncan puts it on the floor, goes around Hummels. Tough shot.
First 4 minutes of this game in each half, vital to the success of Xavier.
Everybody.
And I think the good thing right here about Josh Duncan, he has a certain kind of comfortability on the court. He talked about his first 10 games off the bench. He only averaged 7.4 points and 3 rebounds. But now games as a starter.
Dolman kicks it down. Duncan's got to hit some, and does.
The game you're watching right now, Cincinnati trailing Xavier 29-25 in the city.
Duncan lets it fly and hits. That's
Justin Cage backs out, throws inside for Duncan.
Duncan steps back and hits.
Duncan, he'll take a 3. And why not? It's good.
Turnovers.
Is he supposed to do that? Is he supposed to shoot the ball like that? Duncan slips out. Duncan to the basket. Got it up and in it.
Works around it. Duncan, pump fake, driving, and he gets the layup.
Good passing to break the press. Duncan will finish it off.
Great scoring record. Look at the size difference between Wilt.
Ball. Working on the head.
Quick, he's kind of a poor man's D. Brown just as a freshman, and his
11 and 2. The lob underneath this. Thornton getting position and the layup.
Thornton. Duncan with 7 to go on the shot clock, takes it all the way in on Manoy and scores.
With finesse knocking down that shot.
Duncan in the lineup for Xavier with the thought. There's Burrell for 3. Has to have a little smile on his face even though his team's down 17.
Well, he's got some talent. They're just young and just have to understand better how to play.
Josh Duncan gets open inside. That's what Xavier needs.
Gotten a foul on Oden there. In the corner, Duncan!
And a look down low. Duncan spin move using the left hand.
Holman cross court. Quiet second half for Duncan. But it comes to an end. It's
Third of this year. And here, he's not going to be stopped or denied right there. Nice spin, and look at him go towards the basket on that finish. And once again, taking it. He's not settling for jump shot.
3 for Dave.
Yeah, I'd like to see them go to Cage inside. They can't cover him in.
It's yours. We're stopping Beasley. And the Musketeers have done just that.
Johnny Wolf in off the bench along with Raymond. Duncan to Wolf, who ran.
Josh Duncan on Little, the Little runner.
Lundqvist go after him.
1-point game. Duncan in the lane. 3 fresh players onto the court. It's all in the corner. Spin move. Duncan. He'll take the jumper just inside the free throw line and cans it. Up on screens. Make him work on both ends of the floor. Duncan can step out. Brown, and there's Love defensively. Nice cut. Oh, boy. How about that?
Carr finds Duncan, who puts it on the floor into the paint, leaves it for Anderson, and a touch off the
zone up. I would attack right here. Tough shot. There you are.
Those threes have helped them to a current 8-point lead.